Hey, what's up, everyone? CS here. Welcome back to a new episode of Strengths to Wealth, where you discover more about yourself, your strengths, and how they relate to your wealth and performance. Now, in today's episode, we will be exploring the implications of what it means to follow your passion and why sometimes following your passion doesn't mean you automatically create more wealth. Okay, so now if you're a millennial like me, chances are you'll be familiar with the dilemma between following your passion and following what makes money. Now, most of us start our careers asking ourselves, no, should I live a stable, risk free, but potentially boring and mundane life, or should I go down the path less taken and live a risky, stressful, passionate life that may make me rich years down the road, right? Now, many years ago when I first started working, I asked myself this question as well, which led me down the rabbit hole chasing after my passion and trying to figure out what I really want to do, right? So over the years, I've done everything from running a mobile phone retail store to working in a tech startup to starting a co-working office to doing digital marketing and e-commerce. But it was only many years later when I finally realized that the times when I followed my passion were not the times when I made the most money. Now, why is that? Well, firstly, because passion is just an emotion. And you can be passionate about something that you thought you love, and yet still find that, when you start doing it as a career, when you do it professionally, and obstacles and challenges come your way, you may discover that you are actually not as in love with this thing as you thought. Right, so a good example is video gaming. There's so many people in the world who enjoy gaming, right, and who dream about becoming a professional gamer. But you know what? Once you actually start trying to be a professional gamer and you find out that you have to game like 12 to 16 hours a day, right? Then that feeling of loving to game might change to another feeling of not wanting to game after that. Right? So when passion is just a feeling, right? The feeling can change every single day. Right? Not only that, many people believe that, just by being passionate about something, you will have an outstanding performance at it. Well, in my experience, that's not true. And it's not hard to see why. Let me give you an example. Now, when I first started doing digital marketing, for instance, right? When I started, I was very passionate about it. And I was dreaming about things like, oh, getting hundreds of leads and making hundreds of thousands in revenue for businesses. So to achieve that, I spent 16-hour days. Sometimes I even worked overnight thinking up new marketing strategies and doing research, right? Just to get the result that I could see so clearly in my mind because I wanted to get it. But soon, reality caught up with me because when I first started out, I found it so hard to even get 30 leads a month while I was spending thousands of dollars in advertising. Why? Because while I may have the passion and the drive to succeed, I didn't have the experience or the skill. And that, my friends, is why passion is not enough. Believing 100% in yourself and visualizing the result helps, but it is not enough, right? A strong mindset needs to come together with an equally strong skill set. Otherwise, you'll never be able to achieve the result you need to make money. And yet, at other times, I will be able to easily make more money even when I don't particularly feel passionate about what I do. Why? because I had the skill needed to create something that other people will pay for. So in my case, it was web development and copywriting because I create e-commerce websites and successful e-commerce website for some businesses, which I'm not very passionate about, but it pays good money. So the real question is it possible to make good money and still do what you love? Now, based on my experience, yes. Here's how it works, right? So it's a simple four-step process. Step one is to know yourself and what are your strengths and weaknesses. So, why do you need to know your strengths? Because your strengths are what make you feel strong whenever you are doing certain activities. They are your source of motivation. So, just like going to the gym, in fact, the hardest part of creating wealth and making more money is to consistently take action on it, right? And to consistently improve, especially at the beginning when you don't see any results. Agree? So when you start to do things just for the money and not because you enjoy doing them, when the challenges and obstacles come along, it's hard to sustain and it's easy to give up, right? So when you're following your strengths as opposed to just following things just for the money, your strengths will give you the motivation to go on because the act of doing these activities by themselves is enjoyable. Okay, so what is the difference between strengths and passion? Now, passion is a feeling like we discussed before. You can be passionate, for example, you can be passionate about gaming one day, and the next day, maybe you're not so passionate about gaming anymore, right? But strengths is a pattern of behavior that strengthens you whenever you follow it. For instance, one of my strengths is to discover new knowledge, right? And be able to synthesize, compile them together, and share them with others to help them learn and grow. So, the act of helping others to grow is what gives me a lot of fulfillment and what gives me a lot of strength whenever I do it. So, there will never be a time when I say I will be tired of doing that, right? So, be, I will not say that, one day, uh, being able to help others grow is my strength, and the next day is not my strength anymore. It will always be my strength, right? So passions change, but strengths stay the same. Now, your strengths will be different from mine because each of our strengths is unique. So comment below if you'd like me to do a deeper dive into how you can find out more about your strengths. Or if you like, you can check out some of my earlier videos in the channel to find out more about how you can understand more about strengths in general. Okay, so once you know about your strengths, step two is to understand what high income skills you can learn that are compatible with your strengths and experience. So, what are high income skills? High income skills are skills that are in demand by the market right now, and the skills that people are willing to pay exceptionally high prices today for. Like, for example, one of my most compatible high income skills is training and coaching. Why? Because a good trainer and coach can easily make over 5 figures a month. And it's compatible with my strengths because I love to help others grow. So, other examples of high income skills could be things like sales, right? Sales can make a lot of money in a very short time. Digital marketing, personal branding, mobile app development, or it could be things like acting or music or art, right? In fact, recently artists have been making very good money because of the recent boom in NFT. So there's a lot of artists who would create unique art and then they will tokenize it and sell them as NFTs and make a very good living of it. Okay, so Why do you need to choose high income skills based on your strengths? Because if your natural instincts and your natural talents are suitable for these skills, studies have shown that you can actually improve at an exponentially faster rate than other people if you follow your strengths and you love what you do. Okay, so the problem is this is not how most people decide what high income skills they want to learn. Usually, how they decide is they follow what other people say, oh, uh, makes the most money at the moment, or what we call the shiny new object syndrome, right? So a couple of years before it was digital marketing, then recently it was crypto, and recently it was NFT. So all these domains uh, are potential high income skills, right? But a lot of people go into NFT or crypto when they don't know anything, not because they actually feel like they have an advantage at doing this, but because they think that it's going to be very easy to make money, right? And they see that there's a lot of overnight millionaires who have made a lot of money in this industry. Okay, so the question to ask yourself is, if you want to learn something like crypto or NFT, then do you have a natural advantage over others in learning this? Do you learn faster? Do you have good instincts that make you more talented at these skills? And do you love, more importantly, do you love to spend your free time to improve at doing this, even when nobody is asking you to, even when no money is involved? Just because it's fun and it's entertaining for you. Do you love to do that? If the answer is no, then the skill that you are learning, the high income skill, is not compatible with your strength. Okay, so step three, let's say if you find a high income skills that is compatible with your strength. Step three is to figure out how you can put in the most time, experience, and resources into improving these skills in the shortest time possible. Okay, for example, if you decide, doing crypto is your high income skill that you want to grow, and currently you know nothing about crypto investing. So, is it better to straight away start investing when you know nothing? Or is it better to, learn from others or possibly get a job in this industry, right? So that you can learn more about how the players in this industry operate. And when you don't make any money with this high income skill that you say you want to grow, is it better to have a stable income from a job so that you can use it as a foundation to learn more strategies and skills? Or is it better to straight away try to make money immediately with these high income skills where you have no experience? I think the answer is very obvious, right? But as humans, a lot of times we make the mistake of thinking that, oh, just because I think that I might be talented in something, I might be talented at crypto, I might be talented at NFT, I might be talented at digital marketing. I want to straight away try to make money at it, right? Because I want the money sooner rather than later. But when you don't have the skill set yet, you don't have enough experience, sometimes it's better to build it up by finding out how to get the most resources so that you can put them into this growing this skill. Like for example, if you want to do cryptocurrency, you know nothing about cryptocurrency, right? The best thing to do is not to throw your entire fortune into cryptocurrency, but to stay with your day job, right? And try to accumulate more resources so that you can put them into trainings, you can buy more, uh, you can buy more resources, to find out more about crypto, right? So that when you invest, you will be investing from a more from position where you know more now, right? And finally, step 4 is to figure out how you can make more money with these skills. Now, the problem with high income skills is that just because you are good at what you do doesn't mean that you automatically make good money, right? Because you still need to learn things like marketing, you still need to learn things like branding, you still need to learn things like sales to get other people to believe in the results that you can create. Like, for instance, have you ever seen people who are really good at what they do? Like some musicians who are really good at creating music, some artists who are really good at creating art, but somehow they're just not able to make much money, right? What if the problem is not with their skills? What if the problem is because they're not willing to learn how they can turn their skills into profits, right? This is what I mean. It's not automatic. You need to learn the money aspect of your skills. Okay, so you see, following your passion is not enough to create your wealth, right? If you follow your passion when you don't have enough skills or experience, you will not succeed. But on the other hand, if you have the skill, but you don't actually love what you do, and you don't know what you love to be good at, then you will spend your entire lifetime working at things you don't like and wishing for an early retirement. Right? So the key to living a life you're passionate about is to understand yourself, to follow your strengths and talents, to find out what high income skills are compatible with these strengths, and put as much time and resources as possible to improving them. Right? So the question is, what's the price you're willing to pay so that you can live your life in a way that 90% of people won't be able to experience? What's that price? Okay, so thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to hit like and subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss out on future content on this channel. I typically do at least 3 to 5 videos like this a week, where we explore more about various aspects of uh, how our strengths can create our wealth. Right, so if you're interested in topics like this, don't forget to subscribe. As always, this is CS, and I will see you in the next episode.